Hello and welcome to my video. My name is Olav and today I want to explain how to use the sum function within Excel. Alright, we're going to do this a little bit differently. So in order to use sum, we first need to understand what it does. And basically what the function does is it adds all the values within a certain range that you give it to each other. So to give an example, I made a little table. This table tells me the amounts of cups of coffee that I had on a day, for a certain day, for the entire week. And it will tell me the cups of tea that I had in that week. Now I want to calculate how many total hot drinks did I have that week. And a way to do it is actually to add all these numbers to each other individually. But if your data set is much bigger than mine, then you might want to use a function. And the reason we use functions is just because it makes our life a lot easier. So for example, this function that we're going to use is sum. So the way to access the function is press equals, then enter sum. And then you see that it gives you this drop down menu. Now this drop down menu gives you all the different variations of sums that we know. Or that we have. The one that we're going to use is just this sum one. And you see that it's highlighted. I can press tab on my keyboard and it will actually put it in the format that Excel likes. Now you see that Excel is asking me for number 1, number 2, etc. Now there are two ways to do this. You can actually give them the numbers individually, like that. Or you can give it a range, and we're going to give it a range for this example. So we're going to click on that first one that we want and then drag it all the way down. As you see, it will give me a range right now. It will create a range. So I close this off and hit enter. Now to understand what it did is we're going to go back to this function. So basically what it did is it looked within this selection that I made, within this range that I gave it. It's going to check every single cell for a value. If there is a value, it will add it to the total amount. That's basically what this function does. Right. Now another way to calculate stuff, say I want to add the coffee on day 4 plus the total amount of cups of tea that I drank on a week. Now I couldn't actually drag down like this because then it will add all these numbers, and I don't want these numbers. I just want this one and this one. So another way of doing it within the sum, sorry, I should have added sum right there, is you can actually click the numbers individually. So what you would do is you would select one number and then you would separate it just like I showed you before with a comma or a semicolon sometimes, depending on your version of Excel. But for me it's a comma. And then I would select the second number. And then if you would add more numbers, you can just do that comma and carry on. But we're going to close it for me because I only want these two. Hit enter and it will calculate the total amount for me, the sum. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Any feedback is highly appreciated. Thanks.